Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park West. I am your host, Ron Nicoletti. We have 10 races on Saturday afternoon. I'm excited. Let's get right to those track and weather conditions. The main track is fast. The turf course is firm. The first race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. These are claimers 3-year-olds and up, which have not won a race on the turf since May 14th or 6 months. Jockey on the 2 is Antonio Gallardo. Scratch the main track only, number 9, Palatine Hill.
And they're off. Toward the inside, My Charming Clyde commences nicely. In the center, Lawyer Jim showing speed. Powerful Instinct comes away in the top flight. Moving up on the far outside is Kitten and May, and making it 5 across the racetrack is Presumptive. It's a stretch of 2.5 lengths back toward the inside to Skiff's Brewmeister. Stepbrother is second last, and Trier is last as they run into that first turn run. It's the veteran campaigner, My Charming Clyde, and Rodney Sudine ahead in front. Powerful Instinct is right alongside second. Racing wide through the first turn was Kitten and May, 3 wide is Presumptive. Lawyer Jim saved ground toward the inside in front of Stepbrother. Second last is Skiff's Brewmeister, and the trailer is Trier. They're separated by 6.5 lengths, and they went 24 seconds for the opening quarter speed. On top, now Powerful Instinct leads it by a length. Presumptive is second, Kitten and May on the outside. My Charming Clyde backs off to race in fourth toward the rail with Lawyer Jim spotted between horses. It's a stretch of 2 to the trio at the back, Stepbrother, Trier, and Skiff's Brewmeister. They went 48-3 for the opening half mile, and it's the New York Invader, Powerful Instinct, who shows the way. He's widened the advantage a bit. He now leads by 2. From the outside, Kitten and May tries to get after the leader. Second, Presumptive is third. In tight fourth, My Charming Clyde. Then Lawyer Jim and Trier were rallying on the outside in front of Skiff's Brewmeister and Stepbrother. They run to the top of the stretch. They went 3/4 in 1:12-2, and Powerful Instinct yet to face a threat. Kitten and May comes to call on the outside second. These two have opened 5 on Trier third, with an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Powerful Instinct bracing for the challenge of Kitten and May, who looms up alongside. Powerful Instinct on the inside, Kitten and May on the outside. Kitten and May just put ahead in front. Powerful Instinct kicks back on the inside. Powerful Instinct to Kitten and May. Kitten and May! Kitten and May and Boca Chica got up to win it. Powerful Instinct second, Skiff's Brewmeister third, then Trier at 1:43-1.
Number 8, Kitten and May, scores a very nice performance, very game outing, owned by Flavio Alvarez and Winners Circle Management, trained by Paul Copage, and ridden to victory today by Orlando Boca Chica, paid $8.80. Race 2, 5.5 furlongs, maiden claimers on a fast main track. These are 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch number 1, no hit, no run.
They're off. From the outside, Rocket Boulevard and Executive Mandate begin the best. Here's Indie Artist being sent in the center. Racing up fourth, Warrior's Instinct with Russian Humor on his outside. And settling in last of all is El Gran Gallego. He lets the pace develop up ahead. With the lead, it's Indie Artist by almost a length now. From the outside, Rocket Boulevard second, Executive Mandate on hold while third. Moving up on the outside, El Gran Gallego takes the joint fourth. In between them, it's Russian Humor with Warrior's Instinct along the inside. They went 23 seconds flat for the opening quarter speed. There's less than 3 furlongs to go. Indie Artist has the lead a half a length. Executive Mandate is second, 3 better than El Gran Gallego. Garcia just put him to the whip to get a response. He is gaining ground within 2.5 of the lead with a 1/4 of a mile left to go. Executive Mandate has the lead now from a retreating Indie Artist. El Gran Gallego continues to chip away on the outside, and here comes the favorite El Gran Gallego at Executive Mandate with a furlong left to go. Executive Mandate still holding firm. El Gran Gallego running out of time now. It's El Executive Mandate who's gamest of all. Executive Mandate and Manessis to win it. El Gran Gallego second, Russian Humor third in front of Warrior's Instinct.
Number 5, Executive Mandate, holds the favorite off and scores for Caroli Racing Stable and 3 Marias Racing, trained by Antonio Sano, and ridden to victory today by Marcos Menendez, paying $14.60.
Shaman goes down the outside. Shaman goes chasing Danish Dynaformer. Danish Dynaformer. Shaman goes, and Shaman goes takes the Queen's Plate a length. And taking the 156th running of the Queen's Plate is Shaman Ghost, beautifully bred by Ghost Zapper.
Classic Bloodlines, Classic Sire, Ghost Zapper, standing at Adena Springs.
Welcome back. The third race, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. These are claimers 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races, or 3-year-olds. Jockey change on number 9, Wildcat Kitten. Make the rider Manuel Aguilar.
They're off. Toward the inside, Dreamin' of Clarice gets the first call. Sent in the center is Our Tempest, and the two favorites get acquainted early as they pass the wire for the first time. Musical Journey comes away racing in third, then to the outside, it's Off Duty. Up the inside, races Vincent Chase in the run to the first turn. Toward the outside, Wildcat Kitten trying to drop over in front of Drover Road and Starship Rocky at the back. They run around the first turn. Dreamin' of Clarice was intent on the lead and has it a half a length. Our Tempest is now second, 3 better than Musical Journey, who gets a sweet stead up behind the speed third. 2.5 lengths more to Casey Wegman, who's racing in fourth, in front of Wildcat Kitten, who moves up to the inside of Off Duty. Followed by Vincent Chase, then to his outside goes Drover Road, and Starship Rocky unhurried at the back, about 9 lengths off the lead. Less than half a mile to go. They drilled a quarter in 22-4, and they now move to the far turn. Dreamin' of Clarice on the inside, Our Tempest to the outside, 46-3 for the opening half-mile speed. Casey Wegman now moves up to be third in front of Musical Journey fourth. Wildcat Kitten is asked to quicken, 7 lengths off the lead with 3 furlongs to go. Nobody from the back making headway. Starship Rocky tries to pass some as they run to the top of the stretch. On the inside, Dreamin' of Clarice. Toward the outside, Our Tempest. Casey Wegman off cover with every opportunity, and here's Casey Wegman taking advantage of the stiff tempo and now taking the lead. Our Tempest and Dreamin' of Clarice back second and third. Wildcat Kitten and Starship Rocky, they continue to chip away as Casey Wegman's now hit the wall. Here comes Wildcat Kitten on the outside, and Wildcat Kitten and Manny Aguilar win it going away. Casey Wegman salvaged second from Starship Rocky, who came from last to be third. There's a photo for fourth between Our Tempest and Dreamin' of Clarice in 130 flat.
Jockey Manny Aguilar picks up the mount and closes the score with number 9, Wildcat Kitten, paying $17.20, owned by Gary Jackson and M&G Stables, LLC, and trained by Gary Jackson. The fourth race, 7 furlongs. It's an allowance optional claimer for state-bred 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won a race other than maiden, claiming or starter. Scratch the 2, World Changers. Scratch the 8, Bellamy Storm.
They're up. From the outside, Demand begins nicely. From the rail, Chief Envoy is showing speed. Big Awesome comes away much better today. He splits horses to be third early. Racing in fourth is Fastidious Sun, then Morgan's Harbor. To the outside and racing second last is Never Give In, and at the back the trailer Wild Winter. They exit the chute and head down the backstretch. Chief Envoy puts ahead in front of Big Awesome, their heads apart for the lead. Demand is racing in third at Never Give In, widest of all. Then Morgan's Harbor, pocketed up in front of Fastidious Sun, and 3 in front of Wild Winter. Pace appears controlled. They went 22-3 for the opening quarter speed. Chief Envoy and Big Awesome still heads apart. Never Give In forces the hand of Demand while racing 4 wide. Then Morgan's Harbor, followed by Fastidious Sun and Wild Winter. They swing around the far turn, now 3 furlongs left to go. 46 seconds for the opening half mile. Big Awesome puts ahead in front. Demand under Masonette comes under a whip ride while second from Never Give In, 3 wide third. That's all for Chief Envoy. Morgan's Harbor weaving to the outside for a clear shot. Might duck to the inside now, and they're at the top of the stretch. Big Awesome has the lead. There is a seam for Morgan's Harbor, who's coming up the inside lane. Down the outside, Never Give In through the final furlong. Morgan's Harbor spied an opening to the inside, takes advantage, and kicks away. Down the outside, Wild Winter's coming on late. He might get second, but Morgan Harbor is the winner. Morgan's Harbor to win it by 4 lengths. Wild Winter got up for second from Never Give In third, then Big Awesome fourth in 123-4.
Number 4, Morgan's Harbor, exudes class, slips through on the inside, comes back from the long layoff to score and pays $4 even. Owned by Christian Meganot and Jose Pinchin, trained by Jose Pinchin, ridden to victory today by Edgard Zayas. Race number 5, 1 mile on the turf. These are maiden claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch both also eligible entries, number 11, Mischievous Charlie, and number 12, Lady Annie.
They're up. From the center, Rova Vivi begins nicely. Regan's Odyssey is showing speed with the Grey D's Causeway away in the top flight. Hard to Picture is trying to cross over, and splitting horses is Easter Light as they run under the finish line for the first time. Miss Regal Light is between horses, a length back to Freuda, stretch of 2.5 to Bella Dixie. To her outside goes See Charlie Run, and the early trailer is Breezin' Bree. They run into the first turn and lockstep up top. It's Regan's Odyssey to the inside of Rova Vivi to the outside. They're 2.5 better than Easter Light. Followed inside by D's Causeway and Hard to Picture. From between horses, Miss Regal Light. Then it's Freuda. Bella Dixie to the inside of C. Charlie Run, about 8 off the lead, and 2.5 more to Breeze and Bree. They went 24-1 for the opening quarter speed. Rova Vivi and Gerardo Corrales now move clear by a length and a quarter. Back to second is Regan's Odyssey, Easter Light third, Hard to Picture making ground while fourth and 3 wide. Then D's Causeway, followed by Miss Regal Light, who's 3 in front of Freuda. Bella Dixie is next with C. Charlie Run trying to improve, and Breeze a little closer now. She's within 6.5 as they run to the far turn. Up to the lead now, Hard to Picture takes over by a neck. Trying to fight back second is Easter Light off the fence. Now here's Wilmer Galvez aboard D's Causeway. Regan's Odyssey rebids between horses, then Miss Regal Light and Freuda, and they run to the top of the stretch. Wide open from here, D's Causeway moving up on the outside to take a short lead. Regan's Odyssey splits horses, then Hard to Picture down the outside and Breeze and Bree. Through the final furlong, D's Causeway has one enemy from here, and that's herself, but she has no dangers. D's Causeway inside the final 16th, moving over to the inside with a 2.5 length lead. Regan's Odyssey second, C. Charlie Run third in front of Hard to Picture fourth in 1:38 and 2.
Number 2, D's Causeway, finally stays straight and true through the course and gets the victory after being disqualified a couple of times. Owned and trained by Angel Quiros and ridden to victory today by Wilmer Galvez. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for race number 6.
There's a new day dawning in Florida. Never before has a Breeders' Cup Classic winner retired to stud in the Sunshine State. Until now. Adena Springs presents 3-time Grade 1 winner and earner of over $4 million, Fort Larned. New to Adena Springs South.
Welcome back. The 6th race, 6 furlongs on the fast main track. Maiden claimers of fillies, 2-year-olds, 2 scratches in the race. Number 7, Playa Zaragoza, and the morning line favorite, number 9, She's on Duty.
And they're up. From the outside, Jamie's Good and Let Love Rule begin nicely. Under My Skin moves up with Expect Some Drama and Ashy Blue splitting horses. Then down to the rail, it's the first-timer Spitfire Wind. Love Like Mine is away on the top flight, and 3 wide early is Cotton Jenny. It's a stretch of another 2.5 lengths back to Foxy Gator, and Tamarack is out the back early. They run down the backstretch, Expect Some Drama by a neck. Ashy Poo is second. Here's the first-timer, Capture the Sun, now racing in third. From fourth is Under My Skin. Fifth is Jamie's Good. Then it's a length back toward the inside to Spitfire Wind. Trying to rally on her outside is Love Like Mine. Stretch of another 2.5 lengths back to the outside. It goes Cotton Jenny. Then it's Tamarack, and now trailing the field, the trailer is Foxy Gator. They run to the top of the stretch. They went 23 seconds for the opening quarter speed. On the outside, Under My Skin bids up at Capture the Sun for the lead. Ashy Poo is back third. Jamie's Good is now fourth. Trying to wind it up is Let Love Rule. Also coming on late is Love Like Mine. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Still 3 chances. Ashy Poo battles back on the inside. From between horses, it's Capture the Sun, and on the outside, Under My Skin. It's a stretch of 3 to Let Love Rule in deep stretch. Now getting to the front, Capture the Sun. Capture the Sun just narrowly in front. Capture the Sun will win it. Ashy Poo second, Foxy Gator third in 1:14 and 2.
First time starter, number 8, Capture the Sun, springs the upset and pays $43.40 to win, owned by Sun Thoroughbred Stable Corporation, trained by Victor Barboza Jr. and ridden to victory today by Luis Castillo. Race 7, 1 mile on the turf. It's an allowance optional claimer for state-bred 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the 5 reply, scratch the 12, 13, and 14. Note that number 11, Black Martino, gets in and will run.
They're up. Breaking inward at the beginning was Starship Frontier. From the rail, Metaphorically begins the best. Moving up on the outside is All Over It to be second. Jacob's Way is now third. Starship Frontier is on his outside. Followed by Two-Step Temper, then it's Sweet Soul Music. It's a length back to Blessed with Prayer alongside El Almirante. Roll on the Navajo is second last, and Black Martino taken in hand. He's last of all, and he's about 8 lengths off the lead of Metaphorically. Metaphorically and Jonathan Gonzalez make the pace by a length and a quarter. Starship Frontier is tugging while 3 wide. Jacob's Way is on hold between horses. Off the flank of the leader is All Over It. Then it's a length and a half to Two-Step Temper. He's in front of the Maryland Invader Sweet Soul Music. Blessed with Prayers on the inside of him, and to the outside of him is El Almirante. Roll on the Navajo is second last, situated about 7 lengths off the lead, and he's 2 better than the stretch runner Black Martino. They won a quarter in 24-1. There's less than half a mile to go. They carved a half mile in 48-4. Here's Jacob's Way to take on Metaphorically to the far turn run. They've put 2 on All Over It and Starship Frontier, then Two-Step Temper, Sweet Soul Music, and El Almirante 3 wide. Stretch of 2 to Roll on the Navajo with Blessed with Prayer second last, and Black Martino yet to be heard from. He's last of all with a quarter of a mile left to go. Metaphorically went 3 quarters in 1:11-3 and turns for home on top. Jacob's Way tries to get after him, and so does the rest of the field. They're swarming in behind the leader. On the far outside in El Almirante, Roll on the Navajo, and Black Martino is on the grandstand side. Black Martino with giant strides over the top. Here's Black Martino from last to first to win it, and win it going away. It's going to be Metaphorically salvaging second, closer for third between Roll on the Navajo and Two-Step Temper. And
Number 11, Black Martino, gets in off the also eligible list and closes to pay $13.80, owned by Honors Stable Corporation, trained by Jose Garofalo, and ridden to victory today by Emicial Jaramillo. Race 8 is a sprint on the main track at 6 furlongs. These are claimers, fillies, and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races, or 3-year-olds. Scratch the 2, Venom Girl. Scratch the 11, Wild Card Hit. Also scratch number 16, Gato Dorato.
And they're up. From the outside, Kicking In and Climate Change begin nicely. Star Blessing is showing speed. Dichosa comes away in the top flight, so does Heaven's Touch, and mixing it up toward the inside, Joe's Reflection. A real scramble for the yearly lead. Zamarata is alongside Gracious Humor next. It's a stretch of 3 to Rona Daytona. To her outside goes Kiki's Tony and Old Wives' Tale. Then it's a stretch of 2 lengths back to the inside, BL's Dream in the yellow, and the early trailer here is BT's Baby. They went 22-3 for the opening quarter speed. Kicking In, rider has lost the irons, and she was checked hard there as Heaven's Touch bit up 3 wide to take the lead. Off the fence, here's Gracious Humor moving into second now, getting around Star Blessing. Rona Daytona put to a drive, but starting to gain ground from between horses. That's Climate Change. Stretch of 3 to Dichosa. Kicking In has shuffled herself out of it, and then it's Joe's Reflection and Old Wives' Tale. Top of the lane, Heaven's Touch and Gracious Humor go on with it. Gracious Humor way out the center, but she has the lead. From between horses, it's Climate Change and Heaven's Touch is on the inside. Rona Daytona closer to the outside rail than the inside rail, but she's also coming on. A wild scramble here. Rona Daytona drifting way out wide. Climate Change has the lead. Rona Daytona lunging. Climate Change is hanging on. Rona Daytona second, from Dichosa third, and 112-4.
Number 15, Climate Change, the second horse to get into the race off the also eligible list and win. An aptly named today, Cool Day in South Florida, and Climate Change wins it. Owned by Rancho Allegra, trained by Bruno Tesori, and ridden to victory today by Mario Fernandez. And welcome back for the first half of the late daily double, race number 9, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. These are maiden 2-year-olds. Scratch the 11, scratch the 12.
They're up. Marchand was a step slow. Toward the inside, Denim Blue begins the best, alongside I'm No Secret in the early stages. Moving up on the outside, Glorious Summer now races in third. Then to the inside, Patio Wagon. Toward the rail, that's Bandera's Gold. Out wide on the course is Little Mo as they run into the first turn. Sent widest of all through the initial stages was Slapjack. Slipping through on his inside goes Happy's Causeway. 2 lengths back to Audacious. And after a slow beginning, the trailer is Marchand, situated about 11 lengths off the lead. They went 23-3 for the opening quarter speed, and down the backstretch they go. Denim Blue leads by a neck. I'm No Secret presses the issue while second. Toward the inside, and Bandera's Gold third. Then to the outside, Glorious Summer is fourth, and Patio Wagon between horses. Followed outside by Slapjack, then Little Mo. Racing next to the outside is Audacious, Happy's Causeway between them, and Marchand is getting closer. He's drawn within 7.5 of the lead. They went 48-4 for the opening half mile, and they move into the far turn. Denim Blue continues to shoulder the load alongside I'm No Secret from second. Glorious Summer is perched at 25-1 third. Bandera's Gold looks for room next. Patio Wagon needs to go from there, and up on the outside is Slapjack. It's a stretch of 4 to Little Mo, who'll have to get a move on, then Marchand and Happy's Causeway, and they're at the top of the stretch. Denim Blue cuts the corner and tries to stave off the rally from I'm No Secret. Back third inside is Bandera's Gold. Toward the outside, late run from Patio Wagon. Far outside, Little Mo with renewed energy. He's flying. Here's Little Mo from way back to win it, and win it going away. Patio Wagon second from Bandera's Gold third, and Denim Blue finished fourth in 131 flat.
Number 9, Little Mo, first-time starter, closes by the outside edge. He was so wide coming down the stretch. Very impressive to win it. Pays $13.40. Owned by Little Dreams Racing and Steven Sorenzi. Trained by Carlo Vaccarezza and ridden to victory today by Jeffrey Sanchez. Race number 10, 6 furlongs on the main track. These are claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the 7, the 9, 14, 15, and number 16.
And runners away. From the outside, Hurricaner wins the start and will try to establish the lead. Far outside, Artefacto moves up the challenge. Down to the inside, Helper Rye is showing speed with Congenial away in the top flight. Caminito is between horses. Then back to the outside, moving closer early is Stone Jack with At Large between horses. It's a length and a half back. On hold mid-flight is Big Grandpa. He's in front of Keed Casse, situated about 6.5 off the lead. Racing second last is Valdina Saint and Rocky's Home Run, the stretch runner, last of all behind an opening quarter in 22-3. Here's the New York Invader, Congenial, to put ahead in front. 4 wide on the outside is Artefacto. 3 wide is Hurricaner. At the rail, Helper Rye. From behind the speed is Caminito. Trying to rally from the back is At Large. It's a stretch of another 2 to Big Grandpa and Keed Cache. Valdina Saint has an inside lane, wide open off the top of the turn. Here, moving up on the outside, Artefacto to take the lead. Caminito is in the clear. He's on the grandstand side. Helper Rye down toward the inside. Trying to pick a path now is At Large with a late run. Through the final furlong, nothing decided yet. Caminito runs at the leader, Artefacto. Up third is At Large, then Congenial. To the wire, it's going to be Artefacto to win it, and win it narrowly. Up second was At Large. It's close for the minors, Congenial, Keed Cache, and Caminito in 111-3.
Number 13, Artefacto, holds on to win the final race of the afternoon. Owned by M. Mark, trained by Marcial Navarro, and ridden to victory today by Eddie Castro. In the pick 5, only 4 out of 5 paid $178.85. We'll have a carryover going into Sunday of $20,926.26. The Rainbow 6, 5 of 6, $11,318.54 to carry over $15,117.33. That's Saturday's action. Remember, live racing on Sunday at Gulfstream Park West. We have 10 races in store, and we have a first race post of 12:35 p.m. Good night and good luck.